Also tonight, Missouri voters giving a resounding no to two big questions on the ballot, both with long-term implications on the power of state lawmakers in Jefferson City.
Amendment 4 failed. It would have made it harder for Missouri voters to amend the state constitution, changing the threshold for citizen-led ballot initiatives from a simple statewide majority to a majority in each of the state's 8 congressional districts.
And Missouri voters also rejected in a big way Amendment 5, which would have phased out the state income tax and give the General Assembly broader power to raise the state sales tax. Governor Mike Kehoe pushed for Amendment 5, and within the last 90 minutes, he responded on social media saying he, quote, remains committed to working with the General Assembly in the years ahead on ways to continue cutting taxes, growing our state's economy, and pursuing conservative policies that help Missouri families keep more of what they earn. 5 on your side, political editor Mark Maxwell is here to break down these big races. Not a lot of close races tonight, Mark.
There really aren't. A lot of them were called early. You called it a resounding no. That might be the understatement of the night. This was a complete drubbing. Only one county, Cape Girardeau, right now coming in green. I think that's an aberration. I think when the actual votes come in, that's going to be red too. Across the entire map, 4 in 5 voters told the governor no. Think about this. Republicans run Missouri. They have the governor's office, the House, the Senate. They have 6 of 8 congressional seats. Soon it could be 7. And every one of those statewide officials went to the voters and said, please pass this. The voters said no. What does that mean for the GOP and its grip on power? We're going to find out in November. That's on Amendment 5. Same story, almost, on Amendment 4. Not much difference there. The governor and his campaign team have a lot of explaining to do. We're going to take a close look at this big race here, the 1st congressional district. Wind back the clock 2 years ago. I want to show you this. Cori Bush held ground in the city of St. Louis. Now we're still counting votes 2 years later, and it's about 4 and 5 votes are counted. We have a little bit ways left to go. Let's zoom in on the city of St. Louis, and Wesley Bell has gained ground here. He's ahead of her by almost 2,000 votes. So that tells you the tide is shifting in Wesley Bell's favor. As you listen to those 2 speeches, we're going to get reaction from our panel on the other side of this break. We heard Wesley Bell talking about uniting division, talking about things that are problems here close to home. Forget the East Coast, he said. Cori Bush, we heard the sting of defeat in her side. If there was any grace in defeat, we didn't hear it at the mic tonight. Perhaps we'll hear it in the future from her. But the difference there, the divergence in the rhetoric from those 2 campaigns really standing out. Quick check of the 2nd congressional district, and 1,300 votes right now separate Fred Wellman from Joan Von Drost. That's a race to watch. Ann Wagner's team, the Republican, they're watching that pretty closely. They want to see who holds out. Fred Wellman winning by about 3,500 in St. Louis County. The rest of it seems to be Joan Von Drost country for now. And we have a lot more coming after the break, so we'll leave it there for now.
All right, Mark, and all of tonight's results are running at the bottom of your screen. They're also available right now on ksdk.com. Just text the word results to 314-425-5355. We'll send you a link.